All right, we're here post-game with the Yellow Jackets after a 72-54 win against Washington and Jefferson. BW wins their home opener and they go to 4-0. Head coach Cheri Harrer in the middle, Hannah Fecht and Rachel Womeldorf on either side of her. Coach, why don't we start with you, your opening thoughts on the game?
I thought the second quarter was tremendous. We played really aggressively defensively, made some really good things happen, took them out of their offense. Really liked what I saw from our team in that second quarter. Some things we definitely need to work on from some of those other quarters, but that second quarter certainly was the difference in the game.
And it felt like you guys have been really balanced so far, certainly tonight, but in the first couple games of the year too. What's it like to play for a team where you know that not one person has to really carry the weight on any given day?
It's honestly comforting. We really share the ball. We have good spacing. It's good to know that one person, if they're off, then the rest of the team can pick them up.
Rachel, it feels like at the beginning of the year, the post play is one of the real strengths for this team. And I'm not sure that's always been the case, but certainly this season you've got some youth, you've got some experience. You're the leader of that group. How much responsibility do you feel you bear, not just to play well, but to try to develop the players behind you?
Yeah, they're doing a great job. I don't really feel a lot of pressure at all because they're coming in, they're buying in completely. They want to do what's best for the team, which is really helpful. Of course, I have my say that I like to throw in there here and there, just some tips and stuff that I've learned over my 4 years here, but they do a great job.
It's a tough beginning of the season, Coach, because you've put together a really challenging schedule. You're going to get into league play now. The next couple of opportunities might sound cliche, but I would imagine that getting off to the league play, not just with wins, but on a positive start from execution perspective, I would think that's at the top of your priority list.
Yeah, we always want to get better. We're always trying to get better. We have to go on the road to Heidelberg to start with, which is not going to be easy. Yeah, they return everybody, and we've got to be ready to play. We found that out last year with them. This is another week. We had 3 games in 1 week before Thanksgiving, and now we go 3 games in a week again, and we've got to be ready for that quick turnaround.
Hannah and Rachel, question for both you guys, similar to that with the schedule, right? You play a couple games before Thanksgiving, and then essentially, with the exception of a couple practices, a week and a half where your concentration isn't fully on basketball. How do you try to flip that switch between, okay, I can take a little time with my family and enjoy Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden it's go time again?
Rachel? I think a big thing this year is we're talking about our culture and kind of our atmosphere at practice. I think that helps a lot. Coming back from Thanksgiving, we weren't going in there thinking, oh man, we just came off of Thanksgiving, we have to get a practice in before this next game. I think everyone was excited to be back and see each other and continue to get better because we're all striving for the same goal this year and we really want to be the best that we can be. So I think that new atmosphere and that ambiance that we're around during practice makes it easy to switch back to game mode.
Yeah, it's kind of like an outlet from all the rest of our lives. Like with finals coming up, we'll be going to school basically, and the basketball will be a good outlet for us.
Coach, you've been around this game a long time, especially here at BW, and you've seen some really high play, both with your teams and other teams around the country. When you study teams that win national championships or make Final Four runs, the best of the best, what are common characteristics you see, and where do you see maybe some similarities with your team where you think you can get to that kind of place?
The biggest thing is they're long, athletic, and they don't have glaring weaknesses. I think when we're shooting it well, we can shoot with anybody. I thought today we got some great looks that just didn't fall, but we got some really, really good looks. But the commonality is everybody plays defense at that level, and they're great defensively, which allows them to get through some of those nights when the shot's not falling as well. And we're still working on that, but we're making great strides, and these guys are helping lead that buy-in into playing great defense.
Rachel, Hannah, I'll leave the last word for you guys. What part of your game do you feel you really need to take the next step in order to really, push some individual or some team goals that you have for yourselves?
I think we just need to continue to trust each other. We need to get our defense consistent, I think, and just love each other, basically. Just do everything for each other.
Yeah, I would say maybe like today we had a little bit of a lapse that second half, but I would say being more consistent, making sure that we as leaders step up when we're out on the floor, kind of get people's thoughts gathered right in the right direction. But that consistency will come, and I think we'll be great.